In this video, I'm going to give you an example of how we can use substitution to solve a set of linear equations. Here, the equations we're using are 3x plus 2y equals 7 and minus 2x plus 4y equals 6. What we want to do is we want to work out what the values of x and y are. Let's label these equations. We'll call them 1 and 2. That way, as we use them later on, we'll know which one we're talking about. Firstly, the easiest one to rearrange will be 2, because we can straight away see that we can divide both sides by 2 and we won't get any fractions, which is nice. Sometimes that won't be the case though. Okay, the idea behind substitution is that we will rearrange one of our equations to get an unknown on its own, and then we'll substitute that into the other equation, rearrange and solve. Okay, so as I said, 2 was the easiest one to rearrange, so we'll work from 2. We know that minus x plus 2y equals 3, and we worked that out by just dividing both sides by 2. Now let's get x on its own. So what we'll do is we'll shift x to the other side. We get 2y equals 3 plus x. And then we'll shift the 3 back over the other side. So we have 2y take 3 equals x. And we can call this 2a if we'd like. Now what we're going to do is the substitution part. So we're going to substitute 2a into 1. So we always have to remember to substitute it into the equation that we haven't used yet. Otherwise we'll just end up going around in circles. Now 1 was this one up here. So we're just going to substitute what we found for 2a into 1. Every time we see an x, we'll just put our 2y take 3 instead. Now, that means we had, for 1, we had 3x plus 2y equals 7. Now, like I said, we'll substitute in this value for x here. That means we've got 3 outside of 2y take 3 plus 2y equals 7. We'll put that 3 inside those, or we'll expand those brackets out and multiply by the 3. We have 6y take 9 plus 2y equals 7. Let's put those y's together. We have 6y plus 2y, that's 8y. Let's also take the negative 9 across the other side. Negative 9, we'll add 9 to both sides. We get 7 plus 9, which is 16. 8y equals 16. Let's divide both sides by 8. Y equals 2. And we'll call this 2b. Now, since we have 2b, we've already worked out the value of y. We'll substitute, again, substitute 2b into 2a, because we've already rearranged 2a to have x on its own. So this will make it really easy for us to find the value of x. So basically, back up here, that was our 2a. Now, anytime we see a y, we're going to put in the y we found down here, y equals 2. So, we had, 2y take 3 equals x. 2 times 2, by substituting that in, take away 3 equals x. 2 times 2 is 4, take away 3 is 1. That means x equals 1. Therefore, x equals 1 y equals 2, and we've solved that initial set of linear equations using the substitution method. In the next video, I'll show you how to use the elimination method to work out the same answer.